What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Want to talk about this man right here. Tarheeb Still, round 5, pick 137. And let's talk a little bit more about what he brings to this team and where he might fit with the defense for Jesse Minter. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Bolt Bros, let's go.
Bolt Bros!
Once again, guys, appreciate all the love and support too. Want to be able to go through all these draft picks that we did pick up for the Los Angeles Chargers. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not. We always appreciate the support and love to be able to hear comments and below and respond to you guys. So let's get into our pick from round 5, 137. Defensive back from Maryland, Tarheeb Still. You know, initially when I was sitting there looking at him, I don't know why, but I was getting a lot of shades of J.C. Jackson. I know J.C. Jackson went to Maryland, but kind of reminds me of that same kind of guy where he'll jump routes, he'll find ways to be able to get in front of the ball. Good solid tackler, take a little bit of risk here and there, but he kind of reminded me of J.C. Jackson quite a bit. So let's go over his measurements here. So 6 foot, 189, cornerback, senior too. So he was basically played there for 4 years. You know, 2023 stats are pretty good. 5 picks, you got to love that. 2 pass defense, also 45 tackles, 31 of those solo tackles. So he's kind of more of a dual role kind of player, man press type cornerback, 4.52 speed too. So he's got a little quickness to him. He plays very, very tight to his target. So whoever he's targeting, or at least who he's covering, he does a great job of staying close to him too. Looking over some of the metrics on him too, he has a high level of being a run defender too. So he'll go down and go after the running back and be able to be that extra level of run support too. You got to love that all around too. Quarterback rating when targeted is about a 79 flat. Not bad, not great, but good all around and manageable all around. You know, it's an interesting thing about this pick too. With Tarheeb, it was kind of like, wow, I didn't even look at this guy at all through any of the mocks or anything like that, or even thought too much about him. But he was kind of a guy that was looked at as more as an undrafted free agent kind of guy. We did maybe possibly reach a little bit for him. But guys, once again, trust the process. This guy will find a way to be able to fit in this team too. And, you know, we doubled up in this round 2 with cornerbacks. So it all worked out in the end. I do think that we have to get a lot of cornerbacks that could be those competitors. So just like what Jim Harbaugh's been saying, competitors wanted here. They are very welcome here. They are welcome to be able to be here and compete with everybody else on this team. Now, I do think that he can be an outside cornerback, but I feel he's going to be better in the slot. So he'll probably be going against Jasir Taylor for the slot position. Kind of the reason why I also say that too is he plays very well tight to the man in front of him. He has run support abilities, and also he takes a little bit of risks on trying to jump routes sometimes to get a pick or bat the pass down or whatnot. He's got the height. I think he's got the speed to do it, and I think he'll do great in the slot position all around. So just give you a quick update on what he's done in his career as a college football player. He was a 3-star recruit. All around, he was brought over to Maryland 2020. He had only about 4 games, 270 snaps at cornerback, 18 tackles, 2 assists, while adding 9 stops. In coverage, he still notched 8 pass breakups, no interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 68.9. So it's not bad at all. As a sophomore in 2020-21, he played 13 games, 832 snaps. He made 50 tackles, 9 assists, 12 stops. In coverage, 9 pass breakups, no interception, unimpressive quarterback rating of 115.3. So he definitely had a hard season in his sophomore year, but he did force 9 total pressures and 2 sacks during that year. So he has this little sack ability, was utilized as that extra guy to go after the quarterback, which I expect a lot of sacks this year, guys, a lot of pressure from our defense. So 2022, 11 games, 583 snaps, 41 tackles, 4 assists, 16 stops. He did get 1 pass breakup, 1 pick, and gave up a quarterback rating of 95.9. Better than the year before, but still you'd like to get it better. So in 2023, once again, I already chatted about that, 5 picks and only had 70.3 as a quarterback rating. So it's not great in the sense, of what he did, but he did do well enough to be able to get a better mark as a quarterback rating. So once again, just kind of looking at some of his strengths, he has really good size, a very fluid mover all around, has a great ability to track the ball. I feel like he does a good job of making sure the player's in his zone. He knows where he's at. He's very aware of the player, but he's more aware about where the ball is coming from too. So I think he does a very good job of keeping his eye at the quarterback and what he's anticipating to do. Does a great job of mirroring quickness underneath, which is, once again, I do feel that's where he fits very well in the slot kind of position, or nickel position, I should say. Very good hitter at some point. Like, sometimes I feel like his hits are very, very solid. He's got a physicality to element to him, which is, once again, something that Harbaugh really, really wants. Very effective out of the slot, showing instinct, quickness to mirror when the receiver has a two-way go. He does a very good job of just staying there with the receiver. Very fluid speed, quick feet, and able to come down to defend the slot receivers in man coverage, and does a good job breaking down in space as a tackler after the catch. So all around, really good. The one thing I'm going to say, once again, how he'd be very good as like a nickel, defensive back for us. I just think that he does a little bit extra when he doesn't necessarily need to. I get it. He wants to be able to get the flashy play, bat the pass down, get a pick, whatever it might be. I'm not all for that. I would like that as a guy who's going to be playing more in the slot position for us, or at least I should say the nickel position for us at that point. I think he'll do very, very good job in that area all around for us. So he will slip off tackles a little bit and needs to be able to finish a little bit more consistently. But outside of that, I think he will do very good in man, in zone, all around. Short routes will do very, very good for him. And I think if he kind of plays in that zone, that small press man kind of area, I think he'll do fine all around for us. So now, once again, I think it was possibly a little bit of a reach on his pick. I do think that he is going to fit very well, and I think he will compete very well for this team all around. So I like the signing. Tarheeb, I think has a very good shot to be able to do some damage this year. I think he also will be very good in special teams for us also too. So you got to think more than just starting defense. You got to think special teams also. So I think he will do well, and I think it was a very good pick for us. And I like that we did double dip in the same round too to get two cornerbacks. So once again, guys, want to hear from you. Hear your thoughts on what Tarheeb Still might bring to this team. And love to be able to hear from you guys and your comments on it. So once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.